Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and checking out this video. If you're here, it's because you got a fuel petcock. You're not really sure what the function of it is, and I'm here to explain the difference between EFI, vacuum operated, and gravity fed petcock. So most motorcycles nowadays are EFI. You very seldom ever have carbureted bikes anymore. But if you have a carbureted bike, here's some key points you need to know. This right here came out of my Yamaha. Came out of my O2 Yamaha Roadstar. And this is a gravity fed petcock. Easiest way to tell, I've only got one nipple on it. This fuel tank is off my 78 Suzuki GS850. And you see it's got two ports. You got the main fuel port, and this will be the vacuum port. Now, what a vacuum operated petcock does is you can actually leave this on all the time. You have to worry about the carburetor getting filled up with fuel. It only works when the key's on and the engine's creating vacuum. While with the gravity fed petcock, it's got fuel going through it all the time. And a lot of people will buy an old bike and not realize that this has to be shut off. Otherwise, what you're doing is you are running, you are getting the float bowl here just full of fuel. And then it'll actually go over and into the engine. And you don't want to do that. You go in the engine, it's you mix in the fuel with the oil, and the oil becomes super thin. It's not lubricating like it should. You gotta make sure you shut the petcock off on a gravity-fed motorcycle. And honestly, it's not a bad idea to shut the fuel off on even a vacuum-operated, even though you don't have to do that. The Yamaha here is gravity-fed. My chopper is gravity-fed. My Suzuki is vacuum. And my Harley is EFI. Of course, with the EFI bike, there's nothing to worry about. You literally turn the key on, let the fuel pump up. You usually hear the fuel pump run for a second or two, start the bike, take off. Carbureted bikes, you gotta let them sit for a little while. If it's really cold out like it is today, you gotta pull the choke tube, you gotta let it get warm, and then take off. A little bit more to it than an EFI bike, but I kind of like carbureted bikes. But yeah, so if you're not sure what kind of petcock you have, a simple way to look. Do you have one nipple? I got two nipples. Easy way. While we're talking about the fuel, let's talk about filters. You see this filter here has an arrow. This is the direction the fuel will run. So this will be the in, this will be the in, and this will be the out. You want to make sure that you have it, the fuel is going the correct way to the carburetor. Otherwise, your bike's gonna run like crap, starting for fuel, and you don't know what's going on. It's because you put the fuel filter in backwards. So I hope that helps you guys trying to figure out what to do. These are super easy to replace. There's a matter of literally 2 screws. Now I'm going to give you a quick tip, and then that will be done for the day. So take a pair of needle nose, take a pair of vice grips, and what you'll do, let's say that this is seized up, right? You can't get it off, it's rusted. That does happen. Clamp that on there, then rotate it back and forth just a little bit. And eventually that will break free, and then you can get it off. Also, make sure you're using the correct size Phillips head or flathead screwdriver head when you take these off. Otherwise, you're going to strip them, and you're going to hate your life. So, like, I already know this is going to be seized up pretty tight. It's a 78 Suzuki. It's the original parts, never come off. As are probably seized up in there. But I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions at all, let me know down in the comments. I'd be happy to help you. Also, go ahead, and if you're replacing the fuel petcock, chances are that your fuel line's also bad. Replace the fuel line while you're at it and the vacuum line. You got to make sure it's a fuel line and it's a vacuum line. Otherwise, if it won't work correctly. They're specialty lines. So thanks for checking out the video. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, I'm a Hardy Center technician. I'd be happy to help you out. Feel free to ask down below, and I'm happy to help you guys. So until next time, ride safe.